Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So last time we discovered the secret that Kuno was hiding, and now we have to go and find Ruby. However, before we find Ruby, there's still some more things we need to do. But the main thing we need to do, weirdly it's not on the list. What was I thinking of? Well, there are two things I want to do. First of all, I want to speak to Cliché if I can. Then I want to just have a quick look for the... so put up the radio. There's no one to speak to. Wait, can I speak to Sylvie again? Ah, nothing. Okay, fine. Thought I'd just check. I'm actually just thinking. Do I want to speak to Everett? I've changed my mind. I see there are two people I want to speak to. Him and Everett. I changed my mind entirely.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Nothing. Okay. Everett, I guess? I was going to head over to the coast, but I think actually I want to speak to Everett. I just have that idea. Wondering where the other person could be. They could be in one of those buildings, maybe, but... seems unlikely. Yeah. Let's head through here. There was there was the container as well that we didn't go into earlier, but should go into now, maybe? There's nothing else in here, is there? Oh, there's this. What's in here? Oh, we've already been in the filing cabinet. That's okay. What's that? That's a clock. A payphone. An imposing combination of punch clock and payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike use change. Okay. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. Let your muscle memory dial a random number. I heard my name on a long way home. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Evershall. 4952. A moment of hesitation for entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then a crackle. Someone picks up. They say, Video Revishal, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. How may I help you? The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows. Where's this place? Video Revishal is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. Do you know me? No. No, I meant, what is this place to me? Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here. Why did I call you? Maybe you called to extend your rental period. Do you need to extend your rental period? My name is Harry Dubois. Do you have anything in my name? Let me fire up the machine. Keys are being pressed in the background. Dubois, Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November 46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one. What type of film is it? It's not an easy watch, he reads. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Misk immigrant Igdius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia. He concludes, no wonder no one's been missing it still. It'd be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Maine. The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with a discomforting sound of the disconnect tone. There's nothing more to do. Okay, well, still. That's 5 XP or whatever we got for that. I'll take it. Fine. Where are we on next? Well, the container. There's also that bit down there. What? Why is that blue? What does blue mean? I have no idea what blue means. I shall have to discover what that means when we go over there. Right, container. So we got this down here, so we should be able to go in, right? I'm intrigued now. Let's go in. Knock on the door. There's nothing inside the container. Open the door. Okay. Why are we... There's nothing in there. Okay, interesting. Oh, there's blue over here as well. What does this blue mean? It means that there's Flan Ultra Series gloves in there? Oh. Oh, there's this person saying container along. Hello.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick it's impossible not to notice it from Ubi. The vanishing peninsula of Ubi Stunt on Mundi.
Container, container, used to be Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everett.
The tiny man is so engaged with his work he doesn't notice you. Hi.
Everett, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kinda makes you feel like an asshole for no apparent reason.
I see you're not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right? Oh yes, born and raised in Irash, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent, took us to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I came from. No sir, these are just nasty rumours. Thank you for clarifying that, sir. What are you doing with the containers? Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, so it's easier for the crane operators to spot them. He waves at the containers towering behind him. What's going on here? Looking at the mountains of containers rising behind him. The containers in the yard are green in wild pine livery, and the mountain rising behind Leo is all red in Union colours. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appears to be some cisterns underneath the Union container covers. Looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Yes, they're hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debardeurs Union logo on them. Leo, has everyone told you why you need to change the covers? No, not really. He shrugs and continues merrily. Mr. Everard doesn't tell me all the big things, so I go and tell them to everyone. Says I go and tell them to everyone. What's underneath these red covers? Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some cheek micals. Most of them have labels on them, I think. Thanks, Leo, you've been super helpful. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all, the little guy affirms merrily. Where is everyone? The harbour is empty. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. He leans in with a confidential look. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on a strike, huh? We haven't worked for 2 months now. So no one is working? Not everyone is down there, of course, he chuckles. But Mr. Everett is in his office, where he always is, and John Luke is guarding the gate. He pauses to think. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everett sent them on a nice vacation for a week or two. He stops but seems eager to tell you more. What did they get into? Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. He smiles and leans in closer. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got in a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off. Don't go all bad cop on this simple friendly fellow. But what did they actually do? Oh, I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. Don't really know the details. That's just how the boys are, you know. Another chuckle. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school. Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hardies. He looks to you for assistance. Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better go for the flow. Okay, Leo. Let's hear about this fight you got into. Oh, I remember. I was the runt of the class. He laughs merrily. Oh, the bigger boys used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. Oh, but Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. He chuckles again. No one ever started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here. The little guy starts coughing. You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough that you found out Everett has a brother named Edgar and he helped Leo. Do you work here? Oh, yes, everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Belloc. Everyone calls me Leo. The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture. But I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of tune, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. He chuckles. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady. A good-hearted chuckle again. Miss Beaufort? Who is this Miss Beaufort? Lieutenant looks up at Leo. Oh, a real pretty lady with skin like those doing sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once dinner is done and me and my missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here. I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Miss Beaufort? That must be Ruby. Doing this Miss Beaufort topic. Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned? Ooh, Lizzie. Oh, it's Lizzie. Never mind. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything east of the river. 4 years she was gone. When she came back, she was all fancy and lawyery. He respects that word. That's obvious. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up here in this neighborhood. Knows everyone and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes. He goes on. But me missus and me, if we missus and me were to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her, but she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has. He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. Losco, could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener? Okay, so this is the union fixer, the gardener? Looks like it. I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she's a real nice girl, sharp as a whip too. This little guy smiles a disarming smile at you. Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off, perhaps something to consider later. Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners? Oh, yes, he replies excitedly. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at finding things no more. I almost forgot about the borscht. What was that about the borscht? Oh, yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. Little guy chuckles merrily. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. He shakes his head with a wide smile. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renudin's boar dogs every time lunch is done. What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking? Oh, yes, I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy, and then fighting spirits makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling and rags. Hold up. Who makes it the whirling? Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Banana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad. Something is off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it. Oh, I'm sure, mister. Sure. The little guy nods. You do that. Yes, sir. What's that container over there? Pointing at the container which is suspended from the crane arm. Ooh, that one. He looks at the container. That one should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers have nothing in them. They just want waiting to be loaded up. Told you. Alright, I'm off. Bye-bye now. He returns to his work. Alright, well, Everard, again. He's definitely someone we need to speak to. I'm getting a feeling more that I was right to come back this way. The stuff we missed. Hey, Everard. Ooh. It's not a fishing rod. It's something that's not a fishing rod. Hello?
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you're already sat on that chair.
You don't have to sit down this time since you're already sat on that chair. What? Well, wasn't that container outside your office? My dear Ari, there are literally millions of containers and it's not quite right. My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them. There's nothing special about it. It was attached to the Cavalson crane. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch, he says with the fondest of smiles. Time is a precious resource. You don't have enough of it to count and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you. Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it. I'm looking into your shady brew. I don't know what that means. Harry, shady brew. There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. He reconsiders. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier. He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about, and he doesn't care either. I'm reconsidering opening that door you asked me to open. Wait, no. I don't want to do that. I think I'm fine. I don't think I need to talk to him anymore. I'm going to not talk to him deliberately. I don't think the rest he needs to know. We still need to find out about the special burst. What else did we pick up? The flan gloves. Oh yeah, for ultimate performance efficiency, this flan Ultra Series gloves come fingerless and with grippy padding for covering the palms. Ideal for quadrupedal movement or for lifting cargo. Okay, whatever. Fine, get out of here. Get out of here. This is not helpful. It was kind of helpful, but not really. Okay, let's head further in. And we can ask the container nicely now. Also, 4 skill points. It's always good to have skill points saved up. I don't know if 4 is too many, but you know, I'll keep them. Persuade the door to open up. Been in the world for 2 days, been in the world for many days, precarious world. 8%. 8% is not 0. I just want to throw that out there. I mean, that's an obvious thing to say, but what I'm meaning is, like, that's a chance. It's definitely a chance. Now, do we have something that gives us rhetoric? If we don't, that's going to be a problem. Rhetoric. Oh, the white polo shirt gives us rhetoric. So we have rhetoric +1. That's just what we should have. Double checking, we don't have a plus and a minus on. We don't. Okay, so we have +1. Just do it. It's a yellow. It's a white check. 17. Do it. Why are you even trying to open the door with rhetoric? Yeah, why am I? Why are you what? The lieutenant looks startled. Never mind. Lieutenant nods. Are you satisfied, detective? I have to. Rhetoric, door open. Let's go. Where's rhetoric? It's up here. Level it up. Accept. Go. 28. Go. And it says it's always been impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind. Rhetoric. Level. Let's go. Go. 42. Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you. Hello, is anyone in there? The door stands silent. Satisfied, detective. A wry smile crosses the lieutenant's face. Try again. If there's someone in there, I'd like to talk to you. Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door. From deep within the container, a voice. Ahoy! Come on in. Mega rich light-bending guy. The smile disappears. You can't be serious. Mega rich light-bending guy. Oh yeah. Ho 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 ho. What is this? The man stands at the... This is my coordinate location, by the way. Wait, no, that's my money? The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention like soldiers preparing for review. Squint. Something is amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems that the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. It's an impossible check. We could have passed it, I think, technically, because we can get... as if we have a perfect roll, you can pass that, but still, interesting. In the stillness, in the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter, "Hello! Welcome! Come in, make yourself at home. Sorry I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today." You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It's very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him. "Now," he claps his hands together, "what can I do for you, gentlemen?" What you can see of his body appears composed in a sharp, somber suit and yacht shoes. Who are you? Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. There's genuine surprise in his voice. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodor, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are? Mr. Diodor, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner. My name is Harry, and I'm a detective. A pleasure to meet you, Harry, he says warmly. Public service is a noble cause. How did you become so rich? Oh lord, not this again. What's the matter, Kim? Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve and need to go around asking everybody about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case, you say, sure, Kim, I think it is. And yet it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case. The man chuckles. Oh, it's quite alright. I'm used to that question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in grad. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy. Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that, but alright. What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual? The man exhales with a whistle. Ooh, I got to tell you at first, being rich is a lot of work. You got to work hard because everything's so damn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make my money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And then I tell them, not really. Well, it's great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society? Sure, and they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy. Do you know how many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht? Hundreds? Dozens at least. Of course, in the future it'll all be automated, but my point is this, he says, jabbing his finger into the air a bit. Every man gets what he earns. It's the height of tyranny to take that from him. Man, being a high net worth individual sounds great. It is, truly. It's almost entirely carefree, he nods. It really leaves you time to better yourself spiritually. Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What's going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about. What are you doing in this container? Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, it gives me a lot of time to think. By the way, let me ask you a question. Where are we exactly? We're in Martinez, a district of Revachol, the former capital of the world. Ah, Revachol. I remember walking its streets as a teenager. There used to be a bowling alley in Stel Maris. I wonder if it's still there. It's a shame I can't go out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money. Wait, so why don't you help them? You've got so much money, it can't make a difference to you. There simply aren't enough hours in a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There's always more and they never seem to do anything interesting with it except more seagulls. Spending money is a matter of desire, I'm sure you agree, so I don't have the desire for spending it like that. So you travel from place to place via shipping container. Smart. No, it also provides a mean to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjugated to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, pale proof outerwear, and so on. This gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeoisies. Right. So, what's interesting is that you mentioned pale. Interesting. That's another reference to pale that we've heard recently. So you're saying being rich isn't worth all the Actually, you know what? Those things all sound pretty nice.
Oh, don't get me wrong, they're nice things, but once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods.
He speaks from the heart. He has very different problems compared to low net worth individuals such as yourself. For example, no problems at all. So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle?
What? No, I didn't say that at all. Being rich is great, just don't tell anyone I told you that.
The bending light appears to wink. You're a rich investor, right? Can I have some money? Could you please stop asking everyone for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do. But Kim, I also can't afford to look any better than I do now. That's why I need the money.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man. As you may know, our high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are the enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here's 3 real. How much can you get for this?
It gets me almost nothing.
That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest. Maybe you can make that money grow, come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
This is a proposal, not a question. These ultra liberal types love losing large sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, you should come up with a plan that's totally dead in the water. So I can present a sound investment plan or present an investment plan that's sure to fail. I need conceptualization for those. There's something strange about you, but we'll do that in a second.
Thanks for stopping by. If you ever have an idea you want to pitch me, I'm all ears.
Right. We need to get our conceptualization game on. Do we have anything that gives us conceptualization? That's gonna be a big no here, I'm imagining. Oh no, we have this. I forgot. Not that we can see ourselves, but you know, we have that. So we should have one conceptualization. Ooh, another conceptualization. Wait, that's just another shirt. Okay, whatever. So we should have one we have 2 conceptualization. Is that right? Oh no. Yeah, the shirt was something we needed. Anything lower conceptualization? I don't think so. Right. Hello. Wait, conceptualization. Let's present an investment plan that is sure to fail. What's worse than throwing money at something that's already failed? You should invest in the RCM. You should what?
The volunteer police force, and why would I do that?
Because if you don't, who will?
I don't believe in handouts, especially for people who volunteered for their positions. Still, the idea of a privatized police force is extremely forward-thinking. You could even say it's ultra liberal. Tell me, if you could invest in the RCM, where would you direct your resources?
Latest technological wonders. Take care of the people who protect the people. Take care of the people who protect the people. Pay raises for officers and generous benefits.
Oh, I don't believe in giving anyone money for nothing, but maybe there's something to using market incentives to improve performance.
If I could interject, the RCM's problems are mainly structural. We're hamstrung by a lack of clear lines of authority, and our system of performance reviews strongly disincentivizes inter-precinct cooperation.
I think the Lieutenant's right. Your problems run much deeper than the equipment or funding. The entire org structure of the RCM needs to be redefined. You need a unified chain of command, new metrics for measuring performance that reward real police work. Does that sound right?
Yes, that's precisely what we need. So you'll do it?
Hell no. Can you imagine how much work that would take? Why would I do that when I can just speculate on exotic financial derivatives from the comfort of this shipping container? Oh, the thing about investing is that the less work you have to do, the better. Don't overthink, that's what return on investment means.
The Lieutenant's disappointment is palpable. It's like someone just shot his dog. Now,
was there anything else I could help you gentlemen with?
So we have bankruptcy sequence. Business loves silence, the second loudest sound in the world, eclipsed only by the collective screams of market crash victims. Let me whisper to you, do you feel the veil of the sun god slipping? Are the better days gone? Are we entering bankruptcy? Is the company going to go down, leave you in the gutter of the rest of the dregs? delivering parcels for soup money? You need to crisis manage your way out of this. Interesting. There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
His essence seems to signify actual surprise. Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No, I mean, I can't even see you. It's just something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it of myself, of course. It has something to do with our Wiseman coefficient.
The Wiseman coefficient is ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1 or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth among that group of individuals. It's been observed that when the Wiseman coefficient reaches around 96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around a high net worth individual. So what is our coefficient? The Wiseman coefficient for you and the individual appears to be 99998 repeating. That's not good for you. Are you telling me you're so rich light literally bends around your face?
Among other things, but calm down, I'm a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Really?
No, not really, there are actually quite many digits.
A man this chill is at least triple-digit billionaire. Kim, are you seeing this weird stuff? I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Yes, I do imagine it does look strange to you, my container.
Okay. Well, I can't see the light thing. You know what I'm going to do? I have an idea. What if I use a torch on the light? Nothing. I'm actually kind of disappointed. That seems like it could be amazing. Wait, we can do his rhetoric thing? Oh, yes, because we have rhetoric with both of those. Oh, we should go and do that. Definitely. I'm gonna switch the torch out so we just don't have the torch out. I'm gonna put the speed in my hand in case we need it. I wonder if the money's gonna stay weird. Oh no, the money goes down as you walk further away from him. That's brilliant. So the closer you get to him, the higher your money gets. Just being near him raises your net worth. I just realized our all-white suit is probably not what we want to be wearing. Let's go for the RCM jacket at least. Actually, that looks pretty nice. I think that's not bad. Electrochemistry. Now you've acquired some stimulants. It's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect. Will it make me into a super cop? I'll make you into more than that. A mega cop. This is your modus operandi. This is how you've done it for years. Let's go. No. This is so unprofessional. If you think you can ignore this, your moral compass telling you to sniff it, guess again. You'll be back here soon. You'll get the chance to choose more wisely. You passed up your chance to start using speed for now, but don't worry. The option to unlock it begins again in 1 hour. Oh, okay, so just having speed in my hand makes it more likely. Okay. Well, that's fine. This wasn't really where we needed to be in life. But, that's okay. We're getting there. This was blue last time I walked past it. It's not blue anymore. Okay. Why was it maybe it was blue because we were wearing something that unlocked something in it? You know what I'm meaning? Like we had enough of a stat that then unlocked more stuff in a container? Blue? Enough of a blue stat? What blue stat would allow us to find things? Let's have a look at our stat list. Blue... Maybe like visual calculus or logic or something like that? Maybe? I don't know. Weird though, isn't it? Well, we'll head down here. We know where to get up there if we need to. Wait, he doesn't have anything else to say, does he? Now that we're here.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talk to the boss man, probably. Labor Utopia. But it's a rest area on the path leading to across open plains. He nods solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face. Right, do talk to the boss eye to eye, like the men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. Good talking to you. Right. Cool. We could have talked to Measurehead, but we know we have things with him. I just don't want to do them. Right. Let's head over here and speak to, what's it, Gaston? Not playing bowls anymore? Oh, he's sitting here all on his own. Interesting. What happened to the other guy?
Officer, care to play a game with a lonely old man? Actually, never mind. It wouldn't be the same.
Where's Rene?
The prick is gone,
He replies, trying to smile. I can barely believe it, but he's gone. Gone where? Gaston sighs and mumbles, more to himself than you.
Hell, most likely he was an absolute cunt.
How did he die exactly?
His angry little heart finally gave out, he sighs. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, because when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes, not the cockatoo uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I wonder if he was wearing it just to piss me off.
Gaston smiles a sad smile.
Now the joke's on him, because he's going to be buried without it.
That means the uniform can still be in the guard booth, something to keep in mind on if you really plan to give yourself to Revachol. You think our conversation about his job pushed him to go out there?
No, he replies quickly. Rene was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts, but right now he just wants to move on and not think about it. Oh, so we killed Rene. Oh no. Was he really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute cunt. He turns to look at the crater. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me.
He pauses.
She saw something in him when we were just kids, and his voice trembles, and she never lost sight of it. I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him?
We hated each other our entire lives, so much in fact that...
He falls silent and looks at you, eyes filling up with tears.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did.
He wipes his eyes with a sleeve.
You know what his last words to me were?
Some right-wing royalist slogan?
In Guillaume's time, you would have been shot without a trial. That's what he said to me.
The old man gathers himself and wipes his eyes again.
He lived a cunt and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, Lieutenant nods. We are both very sorry for your loss. It is what it is, part of life really.
He mumbles, only half listening to you.
But to know someone for 79 years and then one day they're just gone?
Despite their differences, these men played such a significant part in each other's lives that now one of them is gone, the other just feels just lost.
I just don't know anymore about anything really.
He slowly shakes his head and remembers your presence.
But you must need something.
Bye. I actually wanted your sandwich. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, officer. What do you want?
Host Almighty, he's a total bummer now. I can't take his sandwich. I've lost the option. I want to go over a few more things about Rene, if that's okay. Nope.
Yes.
He finds comfort in the thought. Wait, I said old people die, you better get ready too? That wasn't what I meant.
We all got some time, officer. Everyone I love is there, probably waiting for me. I'm not afraid to die. It's been a good run and I really miss my friends. We are both really sorry for your loss. Death of a friend is a terrible thing.
Yes, okay. Right. Ask you about the Union. Okay, well, we lost our chance at his sandwich, and for that, I am truly sorry. So yes, there's no rhetoric we can use to get a sandwich again, I think. It's very sobering not being able to get the sandwich. Right, let's speak to Sealing. Somebody who we haven't killed.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Hey, give me some money. Start with a little compliment and work your way up there. This is about business, remember? Have you ever seen, like, a really successful entrepreneur? Would you like... Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force? Oh, okay. The man stops, his face suddenly serious. But why, officer? Come on, all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you, come on. Think of it as an investment. An investment? He raises his brow, intrigued. What kind of investment? Or you could not make this about corruption and go for something even wilder. It's an investment in me, a highly experimental human being. My risk-reward ratio is insane. I guess it can't be any riskier than speculating in exotic derivatives. How much are we talking about here? That's weird that he uses the same phrase as the rich man we met. 10 real. 10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man. Takes a 10 note from a leather pouch. We're at 15 now. We're rich. What else has he got? Anything
You
good?
keep coming back. That's good, officer.
We had
Keep browsing
composure.
those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
We had some composure. We could have a look in there. What have we got in here? The flan stuff. The ultra sneakers. Okay. Let's raise our composure. Yeah. Then that allows us to try again, I think. Right, and then also at the same time, stick on some composure things. I know these aren't really the checks we should be pumping points into, but the way I see it, it's going to help eventually, right? Like, at some point we're going to get a composure check that we need, and then we'll have points in it. So, if it gets us something now that I want, we might as well do it. I don't see any other composures. We have +1 composure. Oh. Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. Lack of magnesium has you slouched. There's lack of magnesium in me? Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream. So I need to mag it up? Wait, I need to mag it sideways? Mag it sideways? What are you talking about? You need to mag it up. You probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already, and the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium. So you're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form? Yes, if you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to ascend the carbon barrier, go to the apothecary, buy insane amounts of magnesium, which will reverse the damage to your circulatory system. Magnesium-based life form. It's generally understood that human beings are carbon-based organisms, using little carbon tubes together to form complex mushy structures capable of thought, love, and locomotion. It is also known that these structures sometimes like to take the edge off by consuming ethanol, amphetamine, etc. In such cases, it is important to supplement your body with magnesium. Tired? Maggot. Down. Maggot. Mag time. Liver damage. Maximum mag. Some people say magnesium doesn't really do anything, and you just need to quit. What do we tell them? Mag it up. Right.
You keep coming back. That's
Let's
good,
try
officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Something cold grazes your hand, synthetic and sleek, a windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport, all in different typefaces. A good choice, officer. Mega sporty, and only 4.5 for you, sir. Raises a composer, dynamic windbreaker surf. I'm buying it. Gotta prepare for springtime, right? I have it now. This nylon wind cheater is so dynamic it wraps around you like a membrane. Equipped with a stowable hood, the backside of the garment is covered in sport and summer-related text. It swishes softly as you walk. Did I ever get that? That was the flan windbreaker I got earlier. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's time to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.